Dodgers win, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm about to have a fun conversation and brag about what my Dodgers can do better than your team. Before I do, hello, welcome on in. If you like sports and you are new to the channel or my TikTok, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. 10 more wins. That's it. Just 10 more wins and the Dodgers will be crowned World Series champions. Winning 11 games in October is not an easy thing to do, but the Dodgers, at least on paper, they have a stacked lineup that includes all-stars Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman. They're coming. It's time. There's expectations, even more now that you have the best player on the planet in Shohei Ohtani, who is getting his first chance on the October stage. The Dodgers begin their postseason with a big win. I mean, this win is big. It's the postseason. They cannot do a repeat of prior Octobers. This has to be their year. I keep saying that. This has to be their year. Hey, look, man, it's the playoffs. It's a different time, a different feel to the game. There's a lot of pressure. I would think on the Padres, in actuality, there's even more pressure on the San Diego Padres than there are the Los Angeles Dodgers. And the last time I looked at LA's roster, it has Shohei Ohtani. Like, shouldn't it be the other way around? You would think it would be the other way around. To me, I mean, it's just the beginning of the series, but I think the Dodgers being the underdogs in this series, because it feels that way. I think that's a blessing in disguise, because with the way folks are glorifying this San Diego Padres team, oh, San Diego has a better staff. San Diego should be able to outlast the Dodgers. They're likely to lose to San Diego. Not enough pitching, too many injuries to the pitching staff. Pitching depth gives Padres all the confidence in the world and all this other stuff. I mean, you just about heard it all. Everybody knows how dire the situation had become for their starting rotation, with several players occupying a place on the injured list. Guess what? The Dodgers still secured a 7-5 Game 1 victory to take a 1-0 lead in their best-of-5 series. That was impressive. I'm encouraged by the comeback win last night. It's very encouraging, and it can mean great things for this team. They have dealt with injuries and overcame all the odds. All week, they talked about their attitude. This would be the year the Dodgers surprise everybody, since we are writing them off and saying nice things about the San Diego Padres. I'm alive and well after last night's Game 1. My heart is still pumping, and I would feel really, really good if we can get the win tonight, extend the lead to 2-0, and go back to San Diego with a comfortable, commanding lead, needing just one more game to shut the door on the Padres. That was beyond stressful to sit through in the early innings last night. It really was. It was an insane game. It was intense. Wild night at Dodger Stadium. If you're a Dodgers fan, you love it right now. I'm not sure you loved every single moment of last night's game. Every Dodgers fan watching that game in the first inning was having flashbacks of last season. The feeling was sinking back into misery about once every year with this Dodgers team. Always around this time, we get to rehash that painful memory My nerves eased with Yamamoto looking more like his true self during the regular season. But watching him in game one, I had little patience for him being a starter who couldn't handle a big spot. I mean, that's a big spot to be in. And Yamamoto, I mean, he didn't have his best stuff. Yamamoto got off to as bad of a start, but he kind of settled in and held it together for at least an inning. And even though he didn't give the Dodgers what they were hoping for, the bullpen ends up taking over. The bullpen was brilliant. The bullpen came in and did its job. The offense did its thing. And who else other than Shohei Ohtani tying the game with a 3-run homer? He fouled the ball hard off his left knee. On the very next pitch, he hits a rocket out to right field. A 2-out, 3-run homer to tie the game. And man, Dodger Stadium, that place was rocking. The crowd went wild. It was electric this year, and I tell myself this every year. I tell myself this every single year. It's going to be different. The worst days are behind us. I'm a believer. I think we can get it done this year. We have Ohtani now. I think he's the one man who gives us hope, a reason to believe. Ohtani doing his job. They're going to get deep into the playoffs as far as this man carries them. It's showtime, baby. It's showtime in Hollywood. Runs are being put up, and this guy has been leading that charge. You know, Shohei is just an amazing player, and you woke up the Dodgers. I mean, real ones know this team was always destined for greatness. I think there's something special about October baseball, and I really think there's something special about this Dodgers team. They're showing the fight necessary to win. Dave Roberts, after the game, said that there is a different level of intensity. This is what a different level looks like. They got punched early. They got punched in the mouth early, but never flinched, and they punched back. And the thing here, I mean, all week we've been talking about this being Shohei Ohtani's, first postseason appearance. Leading up to this game, we've been talking about Shohei Ohtani, how we're excited to see him get his first taste of the playoffs. The entire week, it has been a conversation, Shohei Ohtani. And in his postseason debut, Ohtani was doing Ohtani things. Welcome to the postseason. Gets a belt-high 97-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball right over the middle of the strike zone and takes Dylan Cease deep on a 2-1 count. And Ohtani bomb off the Padres' frontline ace set the tone. That was the difference in the game. That is the energy that Shohei brings to this team. That's the difference with this Dodger team. You have the world's best player. No excuses. You spent a lot of money. This is your year anytime you have a one-of-a-kind player like Shohei Ohtani. I'm guessing every year is their year for the next decade with him around. The Dodgers, to me, despite their injuries and the pitching situation, they should be the favorites to win the whole thing. There is a bias, sure, but there's a lot of evidence to back up my thoughts, about the Dodgers. We take regular season bias out of what we saw in game one last night, and when you look at the top of their three-headed monster rotation, that batting order, they should no doubt boast the best odds to win the World Series. I think they are in a very good spot. Whether the starters can go deep into games and provide length or not, I think they are going to beat the Padres. I really do believe it. I believe that they have a shot at winning this series if they use a little strategy to get things to go their way. Do the little things. do the simple things, right? Simplicity is everything. Focus on the small things, control what they can control, deep counts, and string together timely hits. That's very, very important, right? Stringing together timely hits. What they got is an elite power bat who can put together quality at bats with runners on. If they don't waste scoring chances early and don't go, say, 1 for 15 with runners in scoring position, they're a tough out. Remember this now. The postseason does weird things to teams. They've gotten embarrassed more than enough times than I care to count. I think the Dodgers are tired of hearing year after year that they choke in the playoffs. I believe that they have enough star power and skilled players. Forget the past, the painful losses, the sleepless nights, and October meltdowns. Forget all of that. All that stuff gave you nightmares. I get it. Forget all that. It's about what they do now. Can they redeem themselves and finally taste glory? What happened last year happened last year. It's a different year now. It's a different team. It's probably the deepest roster the Dodgers have had. It's hard for me to think you're going to struggle with runners in scoring position and leave traffic on the bases when you have Shohei, who can drive in runs in big spots. I just have a hard time thinking the Dodgers are going to back down from competition when they showed last night in that game they are capable of landing a few haymakers, coming from behind to win that game. That's what makes this win so enormous, is because they were able to come from behind. Ohtani and Teoscar came up huge, and Edman also made contributions. They upgraded its hitting and got the payoff. That's the reason I believe this October will be different. And with so many questions marks surrounding the current state of the starting rotation, the spotlight intensifies on the bullpen's ability to rise to the occasion and carry the team through the crucial stretch of the postseason. The bullpen. These relievers have been taxed all year. I think a lot is dependent on the bullpen. I think if the bullpen does its job, the Dodgers have a chance to go deep into the playoffs. You got to go out there, get as many outs as you can, and you got to trust that the bullpen, to keep the game close, if tight, and finish the game. I was pleased with the bullpen. All of them were in attack mode. They're getting after guys, controlling counts, forcing contact, making quality pitches. A lot rides on the shoulders of this bullpen. The pitching changes worked, and the relievers were able to get themselves out of trouble. I thought Dave Roberts, for once I can say it now, Dave Roberts did a great job managing the bullpen. They were dominant. Absolute filth from Blake trying to get out of the bases loaded jam with a strikeout. Nice debut by Ohtani. For now, again, we're banking on a rookie, Yamamoto, Flaherty, who looked rough lately, and oh Lord, Walker Buehler. Don't even get me started on him, who I don't trust at all. He broke my trust because he's been broken ever since he returned to the damn lineup. So now it's Jack Flaherty getting the ball for game 2, and hopefully he will give us some innings today. The bullpen was great last night. The bullpen was outstanding, but we can't do that every game and expect to win the series. The bullpen is going to get taxed heavy, and that's not a good sign for the rest of the series if, your relievers are overworked. Talent is never the issue with the Dodgers. They have problems, particularly in October, with execution and consistency, and it seems to me like everybody on the roster forgets what makes them successful during the regular season when they normally run away with the division and earn the crown and all that stuff. But the Dodgers, looking at this lineup is more than capable of winning the series and going back to the World Series. So hopefully they win game 2 tonight. If they win game 2 tonight, I'll feel a lot better about the Dodgers. And I will be willing to say that the series is over if they win tonight. If they win tonight, going back to San Diego for Tuesday night's game 3, this series is over. If they win tonight, that's the icing on the cake. I don't think the Padres are coming back. I think the Dodgers will have all the momentum going into game 3, and it will be nice if they go up 2-0 tonight, and I think they can do it. Anything is possible when you have a guy like Shohei Ohtani. Go Dodgers. Let's go Dodgers. I'm game ready. I'm ready for tonight's game. I couldn't be more excited. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Thanks for watching. I'm getting out of here now. I want to catch up on this Phillies-Mets game. Game 2 is currently underway. And then we got a lot of NFL action going on right now. The early window of NFL games were pretty good. The Rams are going to play Green Bay. So there's a lot going on today in the world of sports. But I'll chat with you guys really soon. Thanks for watching the content as always. Thanks for supporting the channel. And if you guys haven't already, you guys know where you guys can find me right here on YouTube and TikTok. Please follow me back on TikTok and please hit that subscribe button for me on YouTube. Thank you guys. It's been real as always, but your boy is getting out of here now. Take care.